So here's a quick story. When I was a young prosecutor, I went to trial against an old man who was charged with driving under the influence causing property damage. The old man was probably in his late 70s, early 80s, and was driving under the influence and crashed into a parked car. The old man was definitely driving over the legal limit. But when police arrived, he had already gotten out of the vehicle. So to prove my case, I needed something called a wheel witness. A wheel witness is someone who can identify the defendant as the driver of the vehicle at the time of the crash. So I needed that wheel witness to prove my case, or the case would be dismissed. Fortunately, there was a young man in his late teens, early 20s who witnessed the entire thing and could identify the defendant. So the morning of trial, I met with that witness who was able to positively identify the defendant as the driver. I could tell though that he felt bad for the old man, and he asked me what the penalties would be if the guy was convicted. I told him that the old man was facing some probation and possible jail time, but unlikely. Trial starts, it's going great, police officer does a great job, so I call the wheel witness, that young man, to testify and identify the defendant. It was the last element of the crime that I needed to prove the case. So the young man takes the witness stand and I ask him to identify the defendant in the courtroom.